Alright, for this character run, we're going to be revisiting one. If you're following the channel recently, you may have seen that I had started a run called the No Shopping Run. We are going to be revisiting that one now. So let's create a new game. We're revisiting the No Shopping Run because, well, I learned a very valuable life lesson, which is always check your recording equipment and the settings against it, because I ended up losing several hours worth of capture. And by the time I had noticed, I was all happy because I had completed the run, only to discover I had missing footage. Meaning everything, including the ending, was lost, and I had already advanced and beaten the final boss. So, we're just going to go ahead and start that one fresh. I'll move the other clips, possibly even either offload them or just, call this the remastering of the run. But anyway, so like we said, no shopping. I named the character after his purpose. And the rest of this really doesn't matter. For the burial gift, we will do the black fire bombs, just to get that easy kill. And default appearance is fine. No. I forgot one thing, and that could have been fun. I do want to do a thief, because I learned through the last run that is the only way in a no shopping experience to get this dagger. And I do so love that dagger. It's a nice, quick, fast attack with lots of bleed. So, before I advance, here are the rules I'm going to be laying out and following for the run. This is going to be my first foray into capturing on the PC, so I'm going to also try to put in an overlay of sorts to spell these out in text. But for now, no shopping. So the first rule of no shopping is if it costs souls, you can't do it. That does mean, for instance, that we are going, for this one, if you had seen the original run, we're going to, in this remastering of it, everything that costs souls, including Sigurd's armor, you will purposely have to fail his quest line. So if it costs souls to perform the action, it cannot be done. One difference that I have considered is if it costs 0 souls, i.e. boss soul transmutation, I'm not certain yet how I want to approach that, because technically it costs no souls. However, it's a form of shopping in a certain way. But by that same breath, technically turning Estus shards into Estus flask usages, or, even leveling up, those are technically shopping-like experiences. But those two, for now, I am giving a free pass, merely because I am not fully ready, player-wise, skill-wise. I am not ready yet to challenge a soul level 1 no Estus flask upgrade run. We might get there, and I do strive eventually, as I continue adding additional rules and bindings against myself, I do plan on eventually getting down to a soul level 1 run. But for now, we will start it this way. We will still allow Estus flask upgrades. We will still allow burning of the undead bone shards. We will still allow leveling up. But the Shrine Handmaid is off limits. We cannot use her. We cannot advance Sigurd's quest line because it requires the purchase of the armor. So, to that end, other than that, you could use any gear you find in the world. So, definitely make use of what you find. If you need an item, you better know how to farm it. Hopefully you don't need to farm it, though, because the point is to prove What you get in the world is sufficient to kill everything in the world. So with that done, let's start the game. I'm going to go over here. I am not going to do the time and effort right now to kill the lizard. But I do want to get the souls. I may change my mind. Yeah, I might as well. Cool. I like that. Off to a fantastic start. So halfway down. Come on, beastie. And there we go. So if you didn't watch the original take on this run, as you just saw, I picked up a Titanite scale. Most times, well, you'd be very excited to find Titanite scales, shards, chunks, slabs. But remember, technically that costs souls. So in this particular run, we can't use it. I don't normally go here. Oh, there we go. Ow. Moved on me. Ruby, you need to go to bed. Okay?
If you need to go,
Go to sleep. Good night. Shut the door. And now the only risk that I have is that technically killing that ravenous crystal lizard early. Sorry, I thought he had dropped an item. Now I'm gonna have to do the Udex Gundyr fight, holding 4,000 souls. Shouldn't be a problem, but it is something to bear in mind. definitely want to make sure you pick up everything in your run. Last time I got to, when I completed the run and got to Soul of Cinder, I think I was sitting on only maybe 5 to 10, somewhere about there, embers, and maybe 5 or 6 Homer bones. So, and if I did decide to use the dagger on the final run, I also ended up with only having maybe 4 Karthus rogues. So, bleed builds would definitely suffer, or required farming to finish them out. So here we are at Udex Gundyr. Let me just go ahead. Don't need that on queue, so take that off. Don't need to pop anything else. I am going to add the standard fire bombs just in case. And that should be it. There's not really much else going on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take on Udex Gundyr. He is not the champion form, so and that's just me being terrified. Stop being greedy. Black fire bomb. Ow. Black fire bomb. Black fire bomb. And we're done. Ah, it's that button. Well, I'll remember that for the future. Incidentally, I am now playing on the PC for those that are remember the previous run on the channel. I was still playing on the PS4. So yes, this is now switched over to my PC, as if the stats at the bottom left of the screen were not a dead giveaway that something is afoot. I'm using those courtesy of a few programs to assist with my heads up. I'm running the game on my laptop, and it can help me avoid, as long as I keep it kind of like a form of stamina management. This is graphical memory management, because as you can see there, I'm currently at almost 2 gigs of usage on the graphics card, and my graphics card is a 2 gig graphics card. So if I cross that magic threshold, I will start to chop and drop frames left and right, and I want to be as apprised of that as possible. I do not want, in the middle of the fight, I can start to chug, because that will throw off rhythm. Dark Souls is a very fun, wonderful dance. As long as you keep the tempo and keep the pace, everything will be fine. Okay, well, I'm sitting on 7,500 souls. About a little bit of chug there as I load in. Also see my FPS taking dips. Okay. Here, we're going to do the infamous tree jump. I'll take the arrows off too. I can actually take these off now. They shouldn't need those for a while. So I'm going to do the tree jump trick. Hopefully it goes well. Otherwise I'm going to edit and hopefully speed up this part. So I do need to be careful. If you fall off, you will take fall damage. But hopefully we'll be getting this in relatively short order. Oh. Hey, you didn't take fall damage there. Awesome. Wonderful. Last time I did this on the previous take of the run, I want to say it was anywhere like in the neighborhood of 10 minutes. So it does appear to be that armor weight has a bearing. Similar to if you did the jump in across the broken pathway in Dark Souls 1, Sen's Fortress. So get that Estus shard. As many know, that jump was a necessity, because for this run, you can't buy the key, no matter how much you want to. Woohoo! Hello there, frame drops. I'm sure there's some delicious eye candy settings in the game I could turn off in order to increase the frames while I capture. So I apologize. I am very new to PC gaming, so I'm still kind of guessing at all this. Alright, so now we can rest at this fire. I don't have a bone shard yet, do I? But I do have an Estus shard. Like we agreed on the rules of the run,
well, I am as
we can still talk to Andre, but the difference is we cannot reinforce, we cannot fuse. Repairing equipment shouldn't be necessary. This isn't, Dark Souls 1, where the equipment has permanent damage to it. It will restore at the bonfire. But we are allowed to allot, because it's free. There's no souls even ever mentioned. It's a service at that point, and in my mind it's not necessarily a shopping experience. That's not the point. The point is, you cannot... Here, I'll upgrade the Estus Flask. The point of this run is you have to make use of what's in the world. Consumables are okay as long as you find them. Technically, she generates items in my mind, so I'm trying to make do with what exists in the world. Kind of like a test base of sorts for, did the developers leave enough, or is there a shortage? Or can you at least use what they left? So, anyway. Get off that soapbox and we'll go ahead.
Welcome to the Bon. I'm the Lord.
And we'll talk to the Bon,
very
the
well.
Firekeeper. Okay. So for this character, I am a huge fan of that dagger, and I went strength last attempt. So this time I'm going to focus first at the very beginning, like I tried to do. I want to get my vigor up to about 1000 HP. Then I will focus on stamina, get my stamina up to 120. If I deem it necessary, I will focus on vitality a little bit. Usually I don't need to. We let it run, we let it slide. I will focus then on the damaging stats to try and get them as cranked as possible. So since this character, I want to rely on the bleed for the final battle, I'm going to run a dexterity build. Now, truth be told, the last run I did strength. So I might need to do a little bit of A, a little bit of B in the damage stats, merely because certain fights with the unupgraded weapons, I will not be able to rely on the bleed mechanic to kick in, especially against bosses like Dragon Slayer Armor, where the bleed is nullified. For those, I had done a strength run, so I'm a little uncertain at what dexterity weapons outside of that dagger I could employ that would have a good scaling at base, because remember, we can't level up the scaling. But as long as the damage falls into the 200 range and is light on stamina consumption within, certain limits and thresholds, we can make do with it. That's what we had to do for the starting gear only thief run, where his fully upgraded, I think at the time was fully upgraded dagger, only did 200 damage. But that was sufficient because he was light on his feet and good with stamina management. So anyway, now that we've given the explanation of how I'm going to break down the stats, I'll go ahead and actually start leveling up the character. So that puts us... Time to change.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Blah blah blah. However, I also forgot. We can start popping souls. So, yes, I also lesson learned on the laptop stats. There was a 2 gig graphics card model and a 4 gig graphics card model. I opted to save the, I think it was $100 difference, and get the 2 gig. So, lesson learned. On the next build, we will go for the additional memory space on the graphics card. These games are only getting more and more taxing over time. So, yes. Okay, so I can get one more level up. Let's keep getting that health.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I think 27 is what I need, so we only need 8 more level ups in Vigor, and we will have raised that stat to an appropriate level. And the good thing there is 1,000 is pretty low by some reckoning. However, when you ember up, that actually goes to 1,300. I'm going to try the cheese here. Let's see if it works. Yep. Sorry, dude. Everybody wave, say bye! That's always fun. So in order to get his gear, I'm going to go ahead and save quit. If you weren't aware, the game is made, by From Software, published by Bandai Namco. Yes, filler, horrible joke. Okay, we'll continue, because now the master will have died, but he will leave behind his loot, instead of his loot falling off the face of the earth. Hooray! Ooh. We'll go ahead and get this shield. One major downside to the no shopping run is, picking up all this gear. Most of it you're like, yeah, I got that, yeah, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. So you're left with a lot of just...
Ashen One.
Ooh, chug.
Produce the mark.
You're definitely going to be left with a lot of just garbage in your character's inventory. Like right here. I am literally less than 100 levels away. Or sorry, 100 souls away. 100 levels. Yeah, 100 levels would be great. 100 souls away from my next level up.
Farewell, Ashen Mid.
You know, any other run, I would happily go and sell something. But technically, by the rules of the no shopping run, I'm not shopping, I'm not selling, I'm not buying. So I'm trying to impose that rule as well. The only one it actually hurts is myself, but I'm trying to use that as a form of you're not soul when, grinding out, and converting items, cashing in. Is that while it does speed up the process of gaining character levels, I'm trying to completely distance myself from the usage of the Shrine Handmade. And it's not a game-breaking difference. Now, because we started with the Thief, I will not need to go this direction. For the sake of the bow, I already have a bow. However, I am going to go this way anyway. Need to get the dog before the guy shows up. Okay. And by the way, I'm not good at parrying these guys. I'm not good at parrying anyone. Oh, I thought you died. Okay. I'm coming over here pretty much just so I can get extra arrows. Nope, he's died, Come on. Hey, dude. It's always fun with that guy. The stagger is real. So, that completes that wing for now. We can press on. Our 5 Estus flasks. Great. This guy goes for hostile ones, so drop him. This guy goes crazy. Should be it. Everybody else is just hiding, that's fine. And we'll press over here. Don't need to worry about those guys. Do need to worry about these guys. I still don't know why I get those. I have actually never used them. The first time I actually tried using binoculars was in Bloodborne. And we didn't get Bloodborne until about 2 months ago. I've been playing Dark Souls quite a bit more time than that. And even that was That one bow weapon, I think it's Simon's bow blade or something. It was just an experiment to play around with, because I remember reading that if you use the binoculars, you could actually aim where the arrows went, as opposed to being at the mercy. And drop this guy because the dragon hasn't come yet. That way you're not at the mercy of hard handling. Remember. Coming this way. One guy left. Ah. Got me first. And so I'm gonna press on. Oh, ha, ha, ha. I realize there's a mimic over there with a deep battle axe. I'm gonna leave him alone for now. I'm gonna go ahead over here, drop these guys. I just love how this dagger really feeds in. If you're like me and you're an R1 spamming player, you just love to spam that R1. This is definitely a great weapon for that type of player. You can quickly step through, and to be perfectly honest, the bleed mechanic is actually encouraging you to do quick multiple strikes. Especially in PvE. So, I'm going to risk it now. This mimic typically, I don't know if it's something about the area, I don't know if it's something about, my character level. Go ahead and clear out all this junk. So there's nothing my character can get stuck on. Let's be honest, watching this stuff break is awesome. Okay. That shouldn't be a problem, but let's not risk it. For some reason, this one just gives me grief. Quick and clean. Definitely like that. Also appreciate the extra souls, because that should be 2 level ups. That knight's gonna go that way. No reason to pursue. So we'll take a rest. Head on over to Firelink Shrine, cash in our earned souls to get some more levels. Additionally, speaking of levels, I count the free level ups that Yoel will give you. Those I count as a service, since souls are specifically not mentioned.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take.
So we are 1300-ish.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the...
Let's see. Do we have any? Well, we do, but I don't know. I think those are just 100 each. Not solid on the count on those. That's okay. We'll progress through the game world and probably have at least a level up or two before we hit Vort of the Boreal Valley. A name that is chock full of fun letters to say and not clearly enunciate. Ow. Excuse me. Thank you. I mean, I realize we're both thieves, but I'm the only one around here that should be stabbing with the knife, okay? That would be my job. Okay. And wait for the guy coming up the ladder. Okay. Poor guy. Worked so hard to climb up that ladder just for us to knock him back down. And you I know early game you could use that guy as a means of getting a Titanite shard. But really, there's no point. For this run, since we cannot use the Titanite shards. Kinda like that gem I'm passing up. We don't need it. We can't use it. Oh. Thank you. Some more firebombs. We're gonna push on in here. Ooh. There's some dude chilling right here. It's alright, I can go back to chilling. Alright, got some pants. Alright. I'm gonna top off, or at least get semi-close, because I hate these guys. Good, that's that. Good. I hate the knights with the spears and the shields with a passion. I feel like there's always one enemy that, for whatever reason, they've just either got your number dialed in, but for me, that one just throws off my rhythm. I just struggle against that enemy specifically. But this time we were graciously given a nice and easy quick kill against him. No room to complain there. Let's go drop this guy. Ow. Again with the stabbing. Okay. We'll go ahead and swap out. We can't. I do not meet the strength requirements for this. So we're going to need to remember that. That's 2 level ups worth though. Yikes. But I do want a 100% physical shield. Sometimes. go ahead and get some fire bombs on here. You could use... I don't know what that dude's over there doing. See if I can pick him off. Nope. Didn't quite get the kill. Oh, he figured me out. Just being that guy now. Alright. You could use arrows, but I've got tons of these bombs, and let's see what this does. So. Thank you. Flop, flop. The dog down there should stay out of the way, and I'll toss one just to at least get him on this side of the room. Oh, that's right, he's got a delay. We'll get that backstab in. Flop, 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 flop. I don't think there's anyone else just hanging out on this ledge, but I'll double check. Ooh. I'm getting a lag spike when I do it too. Alright. Another wonderfully useless Titanite shard for this run. I'll go ahead. Flop, 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 flop. We'll get the key. I don't know. NPC vendors are great. But on this run, we can't actually do it. Though I guess he does technically give us a ring. So I might go get him just so I get... I think it's the blue tier stone ring. Not really something I use, but desperate times, desperate measures. Yeehaw. Got 3 flask uses left. Let's go ahead and use one. Follow this guy, pick up all the gear, the loot, and then the gear. Ow. Ow. Excuse you. Alright. I don't think there's anything over here. I mean, there's it there, but there's a single enemy I'm skipping back there. They're going to shoot me. That's fine. Now I'll come over here. I think that's souls and a ring. Booyah. Once again, too bad you can't sell, because that ring is worth 2,000 souls. And I've personally never used it. Okay, I'm going to come up here and immediately wrap. So that this guy doesn't start his... And there we go. There's nothing over here. Go ahead and open the door. myself so I can send it back up. Because we certainly are not taking on the boss with just one flask. Probably could be done, but there's not really a reason. So I'd rather go, cash in what I have. Oh. Twink. A little bit of lag, but nothing too bad. Goodbye. It's a weapon I've never actually used. Go talk to Emma. No, I am not going to kill her off the start.
I allow you will not. They have to their head forward.
I mean, it could be done.
This is if then and but the
Totally could be done. But we're definitely cashing in on this. Use. Back to the bonfire. But I am extremely uncomfortable with my current level of health, really. Because anything short of, I think it's 1100 with this character armament, his current starting armor. I think the grab attack does around 1100 points of damage, so I would be extremely uncomfortable. Especially with the fact that I only have one flask. Show. A large soul.
Welcome.
I should be able to get at least one, but probably not two. So we're only 4 level ups away from having the vigor stat the way we want it.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Oh, almost forgot. We can get an extra Estus flask. By all means, let's do that.
That is what...
Oh, nope, go back. Don't do it. Don't have it.
Pretty big.
Okay. And I just realized I've been doing this whole time and I did not equip that ring. For shame on me. Could have been getting extra souls. Ooh, system jug. Okay, we need to go back to the high wall now. Now that we've opened that shortcut. Alright, here we go. Drop down, drop down. I was gonna say, that would actually be pretty hilarious if he got the plunging attack on me there. Ah. I thought I cleared him. I thought wrong. Isn't there something over here? That's just a guy. There's a summon right there. The poor swordsman we killed. Well, we killed is a loose term. Technically, he jumped off a cliff. Ooh. Alright. Thank you for using that, because I had my dog way long. Definitely want to be able to walk back to that bonfire later. Raise the banner. Wait for the cutscene to start playing so we can skip the one with demon bats, whatever those things are called. I'm sure they hold some significance, but I don't fully understand, nor have I heard anything on the many lore theory channels. So for now we're just gonna go with, you know, demon bat harbinger thingy craziness. Alright. Let's get Yoel. Hey, buddy.
Oh,
Let's go get those homeward bones. That's my bad, just a big whiff. Okay, now we've made it to the undead settlement. So before we press on, let's head back to Firelink Shrine.
Welcome home, Ashen One.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I know, I talked to you before I did what I should have done. You were all nice and comfortable sitting on that stair. I'm sorry, you know.
Welcome home, speak. Very well, then take no.
Okay. So we are 1,500 shy. I don't quite have enough to come up with that, I believe. But we are are 2 level ups away from finishing out the HP stat. We can switch to stamina. That'll be exciting. Have our first stat down. Okay, Ruby, please quickly. Please go to bed. Now let's press on through the undead settlement. Is it just me, or was that guy actually in the floor? It's a little bizarre. Oh, he actually had something on him. Taking a bath?
Right.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Don't fall off. One down, 2 down, get the item. 3 down. And Loretta's bow. And now for the fun. Sorry guys, I mean, you know, it's just poor choice really where you stand. So oh man, I got the way wrong enemy.
Cleanse the bastard's curse.
Oh, shoot. There we go. And flop. Now I can take care of you guys without much. Whoop. Ow. I go that guy too while we're at it. Hey, get back a fireball. Nice. Thank you, Shadow. Actually, it was a giveaway that there was a guy approaching. It's probably one of the few times that it may have happened, if not the only time. It's nice. Okay, there's a dude hiding right here. Ah, missed the drop. Swing and a miss. I don't think I gain any advantage by going across that bridge. I get to the underneath side quickly, but here I get the sign for jolly cooperation, and I mean, what? Okay. My reach is shorter than I remember. There we go. Wow, those are some weirdly differently colored boxes. Wow, okay. Here, tell you what, we'll just, you know. Yeah, let's do that. And drop down. Drink some soup. Nom nom nom. Join the Sun Bros for some good times. And these guys, that's one. Ow! Try again. Hi-ya. Go over here. Some of these are shards, some of these are souls. I actually don't remember which are which. So we'll just actually though they all are okay. Ow. Could you not? Get a whip. I just love how fast that R1 spam is. Ah, there's the shard. We'll leave him alone. Missed the roll. Doesn't look like it. But that, we've now made it to the first deeper bonfire. One of the most important for this area, in my opinion. The dilapidated bridge. So let's go cash in on free level up worth of souls. And we've done Yoel. So before we continue, I'm going to do Yoel's side of the quest. But oh, and I have a that's the shard we picked up, yes. Okay, that should be 2 worth, almost. Maybe just 1. That's pretty close.
Welcome
Should be okay though.
Very then take.
No, it's like 50 off. Fine, I'll... Oh, I use a fading soul. It's one of the few times you can say that. And I don't have a fading soul. But I get to see those were worth 200, which means the remainders are worth 1,000. And these were, I think, 1,200 each. So that's 3,200, maybe. We'll see how this level up goes.
Very then take.
Because it could also be off on my math. By my accounting, I should be maybe 100 to... Oop, okay. Is that 24? Not even close, so no, there's no point. Okay. So we got Yoel over here.
This and I.
So
Then
we're
shall
going to
we
draw
begin,
his
Hera?
strength. Oh, nope. We want the endurance. And
Be
now,
safe.
you have to do it at least once. You gain, where is it? Yep, the Dark Sigil. So that now we can start hollowing.
Just wasn't.
Awesome.
Pretty be careful.
I don't think I got an undead bone shard yet. I think the first one gets on that ledge near us. So we're going to do the trick. Go to Eudex Gundyr. And this part of the video, I'm going to try my hand at a little bit of editing. Because for this next part, we need to fully advance our hollowing status. And in order to do so, we are going to need to have our character die 16 times. So the fastest way to do this is to have our character commit suicide repeatedly. It'll take several minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and for the next portion of this video, do those 16 deaths. But before I upload the cut, I'm going to go ahead and try video editing a little bit and speeding this portion up. So here goes, 16 deaths. Like workout shorts? That's weird.
Hopefully, I know that I keep going.
I'll help you here in a sec.
Where is this?
Okay, so now we've completed the multitude of deaths that were required. As you can see up in the top right hand corner. I'm sorry, brain has completely turned off of that. Top left hand corner. Yes, okay. Top left hand corner, you can see the character icon that will normally show your injured status. It is now dark and murky, completely shadowed with the curse of the undead or hollowing. So now we can head back to Firelink Shrine. And that symbolizes to the game that we have hollowed enough. So now we can completely cash in on all available free souls from Yoel.
Oh, then shall bear.
So, we can crank that stamina.
Then shall we begin, bear? Then shall we begin, bear?
I forget what level endurance you need for 120.
Then shall we begin, bear?
I want to say it's like 23.
You have attained all wealth. All.
So, I'm going to go ahead and, well, we'll take these off. And for now, we need to use those. I'm going to use one to reset the world. Because now, with Yoel's side of his quest completed, we can begin Uria's.
Oh, I am thanks to thee. Allow me to... Another matter that'll bearer for the and I of... Till we meet, may the dub...
As I do so enjoy that ending, especially when doing a challenge, as long as the challenge does not include no NPCs. Specifically because of what it means for the final boss, being able to take an additional 2 people with you to serve as a distraction. So let's go over here. Because we took the black fire bombs, oh, okay, this guy around. Ow. Ooh, got some rubbish. Because I took the black fire bombs. I'm not gonna lie, this part always makes me a little on edge. I thought there was something right there. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's New Game Plus content. I don't remember. Anyway. Get in the house. Use the house as a shield. Giant, I'm friendly guy, I promise. So I'm going to, before we do the boss being the Cursed Rod of Greatwood, go ahead and open up these two doors that are needed to get the shortcut open. Points. And there's some free souls out here. Unless he chases me. Yeah, I'll go this way. This wasn't originally on the agenda, but ow. I'm not gonna complain. Not any additional resources. Get way away from those barrels. Because Bonfire. I was gonna say, he came in, but he's gone. Oh. Yeah, I'll take more firebombs. They're always handy to have on hand. Handy to have on hand, yeah. They're always handy to have. And that'll give me cornix, so it's not like I need cornix. There's a weapon, though. I ignored this in the last run. And revenge is sweet, too. Sorry, buddy, mine was just a touch faster. So, bye, Cornix. Actually, you know what? He does give you a free pyromancy flame. So if I do decide to go that route, it's not like I...
Aha, but I hear it. Most want to read the...
I mean, you can't buy anything from him, but free pyromancy flame, so at least, you know, you're able to take advantage of a whole branch of, you know, magic arts. Seems worthwhile. Get this soul. Oh, it's not a soul, it's an ember. Get this ember. Okay. Oh, there's another dog. Press on. Looks like the game is frozen. Or possibly crashed. Nope. Okay. Heart skipped a beat there for a second. The Dark Souls saves pretty often. So I'm not entirely sure what we just hit, but yikes. Not terribly concerned about losing an entire hour and a half worth unless the whole system goes down. But that would be pretty rare. Okay, let me ponder this for a minute. So, Cornix. We've got the tower. The tower's gonna have the ring. The tower's gonna have the ring. Okay, the tower has 2 rings that we need. But before that, Firelink Shrine. We're sitting on a pretty number of souls, and we have an undead bone shard. So let's cash in that bone shard. And required souls is 48. That'll be 42. I think I need to use both.
Welcome, host. Very then
Get an additional level up this way. So we're starting to get close. Like I said, I think it's 23. So that would be 7 more level ups for endurance. And then we can start pumping into damaging stats. Now, the thing about the thief with his bandit, is it a bandit knife? Yeah, bandit's knife. The damage on this knife and the scaling is abysmal. So like right now, I'm sitting at an attack power of 98 with a double D scaling. So I could gain some points by leveling up, but this weapon is not going to reach, 400 per strike with a double D ranking. It's just not going to happen. So you're going to have to pull damage from other sources, either by continuously proccing bleed, which is very, very doable, or, buffing the weapon with resins, casting spells that you found, although many of the really good spells you're not going to be able to take advantage of, because most of them require you to make a purchase. You only learn the spells courtesy of tomes. In order to gain the knowledge, you're going to have to pay Arena. So, that is something we are trying to avoid. Wow, I just did a lot of those. Hello, doggy. This guy will come if I go near that body. I don't actually know why I did that, because I'm doing the Curse-Rotted Greatwood. Curse-Rotted Greatwood is nowhere near those. Oh well. So we have 7 flasks. We didn't take a lot of damage, so we should be fine. Axe dab. Drop him. Drop him. Drop him. The trio got me mad. Come on. armor bone, got a new shield, got a decent amount of souls. Plus we got a boss soul. So, back to the Firelink Shrine. So, let's go ahead. I still don't know the answer to the transmutation.
All that I look at.
So, we're transposing.
Relapsing, but now intra.
Because, I mean, in this case, it's nice and easy. I literally, because I popped 4th soul, can take nothing. And in this case, there's 1,000 souls each, so I can't do that. That is a form of shopping.
Do not be.
So, I want to say the rule for this is going to be no, just because it feels like it. So, I think I may stick to that gun.
Welcome. Very then take. Farewell, Ashen One.
That definitely falls into the gray. So now with the curse-rotted Greatwood dead, we can now press on and kill the fire demon. Now, like we said before, we will not be actually purchasing Sigurd's armor, so his questline is a wash. However, not really interested in his case in doing his quest line, although it would help against Yorm. I've got to stop missing. Alright, come on. Yeah, knock off the shield. There we go. It's not like the starting gear only run where we had no choice. We had to keep our equipment, the bandit's knife. In this one, we can change out to the stronger one. So long as we can actually use it, we should be fine. So, we are purposely going to fail his quest line so that we can maintain the point of this run and its integrity by not actually purchasing anything.
I have.
Alright. However, we are going to drop off here. Ow. It's a lot further of a drop than I thought. go take on this dude.
No! You should have waited. Huh?
Up a little bit. Need stamina. Okay, he's dead. And we're gonna talk to Sigurd a couple of times. And there we go. So we got a club. Go ahead and get out a bow, which I've got arrows for. Oop, that's not even the right button. Well, try again. I got a pale tongue, so bank that just in case I need it. Hopefully I don't. There's the northern set, which has decent resistances. Get some free red bug pellets, those are good. Could definitely pop those on Soul of Cinder. These are souls, I think. Nope, it's just alluring souls. My weapon does no damage to them, so I'm just going to ignore them. Ow. There's two of you, I know it. Come back here. You are just running in circles. Thank you. Okay. This is going to trigger that trap. That's okay. Doing nothing for killing them really, except for maybe some souls. Ow. We definitely want this ring. Heal up. We have 2 flasks left. That should be sufficient. All we need is 1. Okay, got some homeward bones. Alright, and I believe I'm at an appropriate level of health. Oops. Oh, well. Chloranthy ring and the Mira set, minus the face. Or helm. Alright, so this puts us over by the First Rotted Greatwood entrance. So we could go back and traverse through all that. I'm just going to Homer Bone, save us some time, as we're headed back to the shrine. The next encounter is the one of the Outrider Knights. He will have the Irithos Straight Sword. That particular knight has a tendency to get me killed if I'm not careful.
Welcome. Very then take.
So I want to cash out what souls I do have. And I am almost 2 level ups. I'm 1800 away.
Farewell, Ashen One.
So So that kind of stinks. 1800. 1600. I am 250 away. 250 is nothing. But if I kill the top two guys up there, they only give 30 or 27 each. So that would be 50, and I need 250. That would be like 5 runs. So I'm going to just do one quick. It's going to cost me a double loading screen, so apologies, bear with. But we're going to head over here, drop down, kill the rat. That'll give me the souls we need. So I'm going to get that free level up. Could I do the Outrider Knight first try? Possibly. My experience that doesn't happen, but it's possible. Strange things have been known to happen. I think it has more to do with the way I develop the character, since I'm focused on the utility and level ups first. My base damage remains untouched by the time I get to this point.
Welcome. Very well. Then take.
And you would think that would be okay.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Because I should have the HP and the stamina to handle him. I think it's just more a lack of comfort. It's possible he's in my head. Quite a lot of hits. I'll pop one. See if the game is generous enough to give me that one back. This guy got stuck. Push on this way. We don't need to go up, we need to go down. So let's see what he does. Oh, he's gonna leave. Alrighty. I'll send this back up just in case. Go ahead and eat some greens. Get this, which will trigger his advance. And there we go. Do what? Oh, I'll find some in a second. That's right, I forgot. And drop attack. Go ahead and get these free souls. Head back up here, get another drop attack. Whoa. Okay. Very thankful we got that backstab. Because that could have ended very differently. And you're getting really close to that ledge. You survived. That's unexpected. We'll have to fix that. I'm gonna pop this because I don't remember. Well, I didn't need to, but better safe than sorry. Although that does give me only 2 for the next little encounter. Melinda or whatever her name is. Ow! Let's see. I don't know. You probably can be backstabbed if I can get behind you. Be a great time to be good at parrying. Or, you know, you could help me out a little bit. Oof. Goodness. There we go. The butcher knife is what I relied on towards the end of my last little playthrough of this build. Because the butcher's knife, as opposed to the bandit's knife, the butcher's knife actually has an A scale up. Now it starts with low damage, I think like 95. When you piece it all together, yes, you know it's going to cost these guys. You want that bonfire. Once you piece it all together, we ended up with damage against the Soul Ascender that was at least 100 per strike. And if we buffed with the lightning resonance, or whatever that is called, we ended up doing closer to about 250 per strike, and combined with the 2 NPCs, it was sufficient for us to get him down.
Oh, hello, I am Anne. This is Horace. Are you we are well beyond. We see we may go the next. May the flip. Oh, he's quick. We are beyond. We may.
Alright, so let's see. I'm about 1,300 shy. I'm going to do this part here, although because I am embered, more than likely I am going to be invaded. Now I'm starting to enter into the swamp areas. So starting to get into Covenant land. Just R1 spam your way to victory on those guys. Oh, main distance. Okay, and wrong guy. Okay. And I've got poison. Lovely. Thankfully it's a weak form. Get this guy over here. Get that delicious Rax down. For some reason didn't get the bags down there. Keep using the camera. There we go, there's another backstab. We're starting to get closer to just one more needed. Come on, fish for it. And there we go. So we'll run over here and pick up the loot from this area. Exercise shorts, not the Spanx, right?
Yeah.
I will get it.
Pop the big one. I'll pop that big one.
Ooh. I bet not. It was a big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt big last night.
That's alright. I mean, it didn't hurt to actually pop. It's just like.
I'm very close to being done.
Just don't forget I have everything outside back over there.
Okay.
You see, too.
Love my baby. Alright, hopefully we can get across here without a giant crab trying to come kill us. Oh. Get the giant toothpicks. Eh. I want that specifically. Come on, let's run through. That's a sea invasion. Whoa, Gamma, what you doing? Okay. Ow. I'll let the dog chase me. Because I am headed up here. We can do with the twig. Ow. Just go ahead and drop him. I would like Bonfire. I can't rest at it because I've been invaded. And he's somewhere over there, I think. Although I'm hearing sorry, I'm hearing magic. Where are you? Sounds like you're trying to kill me or someone. Oh, well, there you are. Yeah, you're trying to kill me, but your AI is having a little bit of trouble pathing to me. So, come on over here. Yep. Backstab. Spam. Backstab. Spam. Oh, got me there. Oh, we're both gonna chug. Thank you for changing targets to the crab. Oh, we're both now out of Estus. This should be interesting. You can stop with the... There we go. Again with the crab. I'll pop one of those just because giant crab might show up. One does not simply mess with the giant crab. Ow. Fading soul. So let's go over here. We will pick up. Ow. Just got smacked by a giant tree. Get that shard. I have no ability to heal. Yeah, have fun in the campfire there, buddy. Okay, I think these are some more souls. No, it's blossoms. Well, that's good. I'm pretty sure Tree Bro's waiting for me. I'm just gonna Homer Bone back to the shrine. Because our next encounter is going to be the Crystal Sage. We get to advance, or at least start. Seriously. Line. So I've got 10,000 souls, 6,000 are needed. So we'll see if that's good enough. Otherwise we'll be just short of a second one again. We're gonna be just short because I did bad math. Yeah, we're gonna be 1,100 short. Hopefully that'll be okay. Hopefully. Because I only have 50 more to pop and that's not gonna make 1,100. So let's go do that other Estus shard.
Just wasn't it? Pretty big.
And we're going to take on the Crystal Sage. Assuming all goes well, this will be the final encounter of this take. But I suppose I could. Sorry, that messed with me. I definitely heard some noises I hadn't heard before in the woods. So let's see. I got the cell sword. I can at least up my defenses considerably. Though the sellsword is not as good as the deserters against magic. The Mira is the Brigand is better when it comes to the gloves. The sellsword is even better on the chest. Still should be able. I'm at 53.7. I still should be able to quick roll because we're relying on that ability to bleed. So it's a nice light weapon. Take the bow off so it can drop below 50. Because I don't think any of these are actually going to help. You get literally, well, it's 2 points of damage. I mean, it's some. And I'm going to put that on because I could use it. I keep forgetting about the rings. Okay. So let us press on. These are fine. Wow. Never done that much in a single quick encounter. Well. Need to go. Really need to know where he is. There it is. There we have it. It's a very unusual opener to that fight. And we'll go ahead and back to Firelink Shrine. The Crystal Sage is one of those times where you have to sigh a little bit on this run, because it would be fantastic to be able to get the Crystal Sage rapier, since that would help with farming up items from the world. However, play within the constraints. Adhere to the rules, that's the point of the run, right? So let's pop the Crystal Sage Soul. Paltry 3,000, but hey, something.
Very well, then take.
So we are one level up away, it seems. It's 24, not 23. We are one level up away from getting our stamina to where I like to have it. So we'll have our 1000 HP, 120 stamina. So then we can start playing with other things. I will probably do dexterity, since we're running a bleed build. I might also do luck, since that will drive down the number of strikes that are needed for the bleed to take effect. I'm not sure by what factor. I'll have to do some research on that. We could also do vitality, since our dexterity is never going to be incredulously high. We could get it to, decent levels, since we might be focusing on luck, dexterity, and potentially vitality. Vitality would to get our defenses higher, and to allow the Flynn's ring to kick in, even with some higher weight weapons, because we've got to have those percentages down in order to gain the full bonus damage from Flynn's ring. So, decisions, tons of research to be made.
Farewell,
But
Ashen. May the flames guide.
like she said there, we're going to call it farewell for now. This will be the end of this little episode. So we managed to get from the start of the game to the Crystal Sage. From here on, we will press on and take on Deacons of the Deep next, on our next time. For now, farewell.